Now making her way to the Caged Aggression Octagon is Rachel Rivera, 5'3", 115 pounds, fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, and Midwest Training Center. She said she was motivated to have her son, who I'm guessing that's her son, walk her down to the octagon right now, and also is going to be supporting her from the crowd. How difficult is that with having a child and them watching you get into a fight, man?
I don't have no babies.
Worst thing ever, I got choked unconscious in my last fight.
Oh, man.
And then I look up and my son's bawling from his eyes. But man, that's okay. Like, it's like you can't like hide it from, you know what I mean? Like, that's the reality. It's just, it is what it is. You know, it makes them tougher people, man, to know that their mom or dad goes through that kind of adversity and still gets back up and life continues. With or without you, life will go on, I promise. Microphone check 1. Microphone check 2. Microphone check. You don't want some old cracker talking about microphone check. Especially old cracker that stutters.
Now making her way to the Caged Aggression Octagon is Schneckloth, 5'6", fighting out of Moline, Illinois, and Summit Training Center.
Guys, two of my favorite things, fights and women, and they're both going to collide here tonight.
With each other.
Claire was saying that the hardest part of all this was her weight cut. I couldn't imagine that, beyond, actual fighting, I couldn't imagine there's anything more difficult than actually cutting weight, especially if you got to drop, 10, 15 pounds before you get in there and do the weigh-in.
Yeah, and when you talk about 10 pounds for a girl that's only weighing 115, and that's a lot different than a guy who 10 pounds at 205.
And that, well, it doesn't matter. Just based off gender alone, women have a harder time cutting weight.
Yes.
Like you don't see the big size differences like you will with a lot of male fighters. I've done 25 pounds in 5 days. Like, I don't know if women can, if that's physically possible. Probably one of the only ones that we can make a justification would be Chris Cyborg, you know?
Right. And she had like permanent damage done to her.
I'm sure I know she's about a 175 pound woman coming down to 145 pounds.
Right.
That's 30 pounds, and she is jacked.
Yeah.
So that can definitely play a big factor. And even in the Chris Cyborg's last fight, you've seen where she got knocked out by Amanda Nunez. That could have very easily been one of the determining factors of that. So
for sure.
She looks in good spirits, though.
Ladies and
Excited to see
gentlemen,
it.
our next bout of the evening is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Women's Strawweight Division, powered by Wilson Construction. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. She stands 5 feet 3 inches tall and weighed in at 116 pounds. She trains at the Midwest Training Center, joining us from Chicago, Illinois, Rachel Rivera. And her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 116 pounds. She trains at the Summit Training Center and is sponsored by Centennial Security Services, Cutting It Close, CT Trucking, Old Town Bakery, The Poorhouse, Up in the Air, Iowa, Twisted Mikes, Georgie's Bar and Grill, and New Style Barbershop. Joining us from Moline, Illinois, Claire Schneckloth.
Rachel Rivera in the red corner, Claire Schneckloth in the blue corner. Your referee for tonight's action is the boss, Bruce Allen, Zach Mickelwright, the henchman, Jordan Hinman, and Jeremy J.D. Dorsey here on commentary. Let's watch some fights.
Ooh, nice shot there. And this probably has to be the biggest height disparity out of all the fights tonight.
For sure. At least so far, yeah.
There's obviously the much taller, lankier fighter.
Nice takedown.
Great takedown.
Good
Textbook.
timing.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh. She better fight those hands.
Real quickly, too.
She better fight the hands. Oh, she's going to switch off to an armbar. Maybe not.
Great defense. Way to get back to her feet. Looks like Rivera has lost her mouthpiece.
Yeah, she lost out in the very first shot. Rivera has a little bit of blood dripping from her nose, too.
Ooh, good foot on the cage to try to reverse position. Schneckloth doing a good job of keeping.
Yeah, a lot of blood coming from the nose of Rivera right now. As a fighter, it has to feel good when you see that you bloodied your opponent, doesn't it?
What was that, JD?
I was saying that
I was caught up in the mouthpiece discrepancy.
I was saying that it has to feel good when you know that you made your opponent bloody.
Absolutely.
Especially
Shark
with the
and water.
first shot of the fight.
Right.
Shark and water, man. Smell that blood. Rivera's tough, though, man. She's mixing it up well.
Yeah. She's staying real active.
Ooh, good body kick. Needs to, I was getting ready to say needs to hit another
Great
level
shot.
change and get the fight back to the ground. Good sprawl by Schneckloth.
Claire's being coached well by Junior Hernandez, and she's listening very closely.
If Rachel would have just cut the corner on that instead of driving her straight back,
Great
she would have got
takedown.
that takedown a little bit quicker and passes
Right to
in the
the
mount
mount.
immediately.
Got about 35 seconds left in the round.
Hey, abuse her, Rachel. Abuse her right there. I need good head position and your right hand.
Under 20 seconds left.
Step
Oh,
over into
that
an armbar, and that
Oh.
is deep.
She's
got to
17
try to
seconds
get the
to-
elbow. She's got to try to lock that elbow.
Yeah,
It's kind of
she's-
going across the body.
Kind
and
of a bit of a shoulder.
she's almost having to tap out. End of the round.
No.
Yeah, did she tap?
Oh, she had. They're calling. I know
must
she had
have
her.
tapped.
I know she had her hand up there waiting. I didn't
Right.
see it. If we can get a replay, maybe we can get some confirmation on that. But the armbar was not really a lockout on the elbow per se, but she was
Yeah, a
more
lot
like
of torque on the shoulder.
cranking it. Yeah, kind of like a key lock or a Komori even. More of a key lock because it twists it backwards. But yep. There's. Hold on, what's in the replay and then it stopped.
I don't know.
I don't know, but you can clearly see right here. She gives it. She is gonna give it one, I believe, right there.
Yeah. And then she.
But then
yeah.
she pauses.
Right.
But verbally, I mean, if you scream,
Well, yeah, and then if you see it too, I mean, to me that's enough.
if you scream, if you make any verbal
Yeah.
objection,
Right.
You know, Bruce has nothing other to do
Right.
but call it for what it is. And nothing against Schneckloth. It just looked like Riviera just kind of had her outclassed in every
Yeah.
department.
Yeah.
The stand-up was
Definitely the more experienced fighter.
yes, the stand-up was a lot more aggressive and a lot more thrown, like put together. And then obviously the ground game, the level changes and everything just meshed together really well, and she did a good job.
Yeah, I was impressed by both ladies tonight.
Yeah, we like seeing girl fights, man, and good job by both of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Bruce Allen, has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 56 seconds into round one, declaring your winner by submission due to armbar, Rachel Rivera.
There you have it, Rachel Rivera, your winner here tonight at Caged Aggression.